Hello there. How are you doing? It's me again here. And my, oh my, oh my. It has been probably a year since I made my last video. Before I get into the review on the thing I have on my lap, which you probably already know what it is, I want to give an update again, because quite a lot happened during this year. I said in the last video, I will have some more time to make videos. Hold on a sec, something is annoying. There we go. Alright, I'm back. So, I said, I'll have more time to make videos. Well, everything went haywire. My computer seemed to have a bigger problem than I thought. The internal sound card was broken, or is broken, I should say. But it also seems to have some problem with the power. So sometimes the cable is kind of falling out of the computer, which makes it really unstable. But I'm also seem to have problems with using my microphone. So, yeah, it's still not completely solved. I got a new phone. I broke my old Sony, which was really stupid. I really love that phone. It worked really greatly. I now have an iPhone again, the SE 2022. Though I think it will be my last iPhone. But yeah. I switched virus scanners. I use Avast on my computer now. It's easier to, kind of unblock games, add exceptions. And it's easier to report the creators if the program you try to download is a virus or not. Windows Defender also has that, but my desktop is too old for Windows 11. Although I heard you can get around it, which could be quite useful too, because Windows 10 will be out of support in 2025, which is suddenly quite quick, ain't it? So, well, anything else? The reason why I didn't make any videos, I said my computer, but I'm doing again some more subjects which are a bit harder. I need to do some more homework at home. So yeah, that also got quite a lot of my time. Though I still I still plan on completing the Tube Sim series, although I'm not too sure how. I also need to practice a bit, because I don't know what, but I missed something. I keep being late sometimes. That's right. Okay, that's probably it. Now to the review. Probably heard it. I finally got a Seiko clock. I'm using it for about a year, almost. I got it in July of 2023. But it's something I wanted to have for a really long time. It kind of began in 2020 when I was in 7th grade. I saw a video by Gallagher123123 about a Seiko clock, and I really adored the sound that came out of it. But then my parents, told me, well, do you really need it? I didn't really. I had a good Johnny app on my phone. I had an Amazon Echo with the what's its skill called again? Something, I don't remember, but a chime clock skill. Gallagher made a review of it, so you want to look it up? You can. Come to think of it, I should reset that speaker. I can do a review on it too. But yeah, but then in 2022, I thought, you know what? Screw it, I'm just going to buy it. Well, that was easier said than done. The clock that I have, or kind of all those Seiko products, are kind of discontinued. The link in the description of Gallagher's video doesn't work anymore. And it tells us that okay, so I'm going. Oh, well, already 6 minutes. Oh my god. That they were discontinued. So I sent Seiko an email, but they weren't too sure either if it would get into production again. I did found some things, some alarm clocks, which were fine to me, but they were really expensive, according to my mother, and they didn't really look great. And then I kind of forgot about it. Actually, my parents got a bird clock for me, but that had some problems. We could not get the night signs to work properly, and what was kind of annoying, when the bird clock is whistling, you can hear the whistling, but then the bird also has to get back to its kind of home, but it's way louder than the bird actually is. So that was kind of purchase that we regretted. And then we found this guy on the Dutch eBay, a Seiko QX264D or something, a wall clock. And at that point I thought, screw it, I'm just fine with it. I'm done searching. You could also get those things on eBay, but as some of you know, I live in the Netherlands, and well, it's more expensive. The shipping is more expensive than the product is. So yeah, that's kind of why it also took really long. But I originally wanted to get a mantle clock because I will be able to control it more easily. But these days, it lays on my desk upside down. So, my parents can also look at the time on their phones or on their watches, so they don't really need it, and thus I can control it a bit easier. But yeah, it's finally there, a Seiko clock. First of all, it is really huge. It's also quite heavy. All the controls are on the back, so you cannot access them if it's placed on the wall. So yeah, now you know. So, turn it right. We have two switches on here. We have a chime switch, which switches from Westminster to Weddington. Okay, you can also hear it. I'm not sure if you can hear it on video, but I'll try to hear it. It is also clicking a little. You cannot really hear it really great, but it's fine. You also have those clocks which are ticking way too loud. So yeah, that's not really a big problem to me. And then you have the night silence switch, and it's a really weird way how it works. I can't really explain it, but when it's in the center, the night silence is switched off. When it's on the left, I think it's on AM, so it keeps silent on AM and starts chiming at 12 p.m. When you set it to PM, it will be silent at 11 p.m. and then start chiming at 6 a.m. Or that was really confusing, but I don't know. And then we have a volume roller, which works in a really weird way. You have the wheel, and then on top there is a little tactile, a little dot, I suppose I would say. And then you have to put your finger at that little dot that sticks out. And then you have to push it with your finger or your nail to the right or to the left. It's really weird way to do it. I've now put on the loudest, I think. Okay, here goes nothing. Oh. It wasn't as loud as I expected, to be honest. I'm gonna turn it back to normal a little. You cannot really control it kind of in a subtle way, you know? If there's no really ideal volume when, when it's perfect. And then we have a little wheel to set the time, which actually is quite accessible to me. Daylight savings time began now in the Netherlands, and it's not too hard to set. What I always do is then roll it until it starts playing the next hour. So then I know when it's good. I always leave it. It's always 2 minutes walking. It's not always. It's a bit off, but I do it on purpose because if I want to listen to the news, it's not in the way too much. And on top, of course, we have the speaker. So yeah, my experiences with the clock. Now that I have it for almost a year, I can kind of tell you what I'm thinking of it. First of all, I am really happy with it. I think it works really well. It does what it has. It does what it has to do. Oh my freaking! I cannot talk. There are two things that you should pay attention to. I had a problem where at one point it kind of crashed, and it wasn't it was off. So sometimes you do have to reset that, which, as I said, ain't too hard. You can also let your parents do it. It doesn't take a really long while to. Second, the volume. What I always do is it stops chiming at 11 p.m. I turn the volume totally down. Cause what I notice, I'm middle sleeper, light sleeper, middle sleeper. So I wake up quite soon if a clock starts chiming. But what I notice is during day it sounds a bit different than during the night hours. Cause during day, day hour, I always have the radio playing in the background. I'm always doing something, and then of course it's more quiet. But if it's hanging on your wall and you cannot control it anymore, at 6 it's suddenly quite loud. And I noticed that I at one point had quite a lack of sleep, because I kept waking up from the clock. So yeah, that's something you should consider, what you wanna do with that. But something I really love about this clock is how it sounds. Most of those clocks sound really electronic. if you ask me. They sound really cheap. You know, the made in China clocks. And that's something that was the reason why I wanted to have this clock. Tell me how it is in the US, but I'm noticing that in the Netherlands it's really hard to obtain those chiming clocks. But I don't really want those cuckoo clocks. I don't really like those. I want to have a Westminster clock or something of a half-hour striking clock, but you don't have those a lot. Battery powered. But yeah, that's kind of why I want to have this clock, because it sounds really great. You also have, you also have those rhythm clocks. You know, or the rhythm clocks, but they also make movements for other clocks, like Seiko also did. I believe they used Seiko movements in Seth Thomas clocks, and I believe also in some Howard Miller clocks, but I'm not too sure about that. But those rhythm clocks, I don't think they sound as beautiful as this one does, and they are also really expensive. So what is going to be next? Well, I'm not too sure. I'm leaving secondary school this year, and they say that with the IT course I'm going to follow, there is less homework. So I hope I am be able to make some more videos again. Maybe not on my Dell computer anymore. Maybe more on my laptop, because I'm not really a gamer type anymore. And if the Dell is broken, I'm not really going to replace it, I think, because I bought it specifically for gaming, but I don't do that anymore a lot. When I began with the channel, I made a lot of videos, you know, the Let's Plays, which I do want to continue, but well, yeah, that's kind of it. So I still want to start a Tube Sim series. I'm also thinking about the Veil. It's in this summer. It's out for about 3 years, and personally, I think it is a really cool game. It's one of my favorites. You know, I really like Blind Drive. Still, I haven't played it that often these days, but oh yeah, I also planned on recording an audio game for Android on my Sony. And I still have plans for continuing my TTS skits. Starting with my TTS skits. Because, as you know, I have an iPhone. It has iOS 17 and it has all of the Mac voices. I still want to see how I can obtain those Microsoft Sam, Mike, Mary voices. The SAPI 4 and the SAPI 5 ones. Because I can ask a friend of mine, but I'm not sure if he still has those voices. So, if I don't forget to turn the comments on, I will do that. Leave them in the comments, if you know how to get those voices. So, if you do, if I still have any subscribers left, keep in touch with me if you have anything to say about that and get new voices. But I also have to get a mixer for that. I'm not really sure. Well, it is possible, but I'm still be able to do it with the Dell Optiplex. But I kind of doubt it, but I suppose we'll see. So I planned on, for my anniversary, restarting the Tube Sim videos. So that's on April 24th. And I have my channel for about 4 years. So yeah, that's kind of it. Alright, so I kind of forgot my outro. So yeah, thanks for watching. Comments are welcome. Stay safe. And I'll see you in the next video.